My name is Robert Passal. I'm an interior designer in New York City. Our specialty is collected, personalized, high-end interiors. We try to incorporate a timeless, classic look. Being green isn't easily integrated into interior design. Green goods are generally more costly, and I think that it's also just not easily attainable. At the end of the day, it has to be delivered to the client. You know, it needs to look good and feel good and be functional and be affordable.
Tell me a little bit about how you approach interior design.
Our designs are really based on our clients' lifestyles. We try to get to know them before taking on the design process.
I'd love for you to show me some of your pieces, and just so I can get a sense of kind of the signature work that you guys do.
Okay, this is a piece, French, mid-century.
How would you refer to how you're finishing
lacquer?
This? A lacquer. Okay.
It's a sprayed lacquer.
So,
and it's definitely not environmentally friendly.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. Do you know about VOCs, the volatile organic compounds?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so these are chemicals that go into finishes, lacquers, and a lot of that stuff can be toxic, not only when it goes on, but afterward as well.
So I've heard.
So you've okay.
This is a vintage chair in its original fabric.
You're gonna reupholster this piece?
Yes, and I also need some pillows, some sofa pillows.
Some sofa pillows? Okay.
And this is made to this vintage chair. This is basically what a finished product would look like that we would deliver to a client.
Wow. What I'm gonna try and find for you is something that will match the quality in an environmentally preferable fabric. You can say it's all right. And is this another piece
yes,
you're doing?
This is a vintage Moroccan table, and would like to give it a fresh approach, put a spin on it.
This is a pretty major challenge to see if we can do this in a way that's going to get the colors, everything that your client expects from you.
Right. You have to live up to my expectations at this point.
The interior design industry has made significant progress when it comes to eco-friendly options. Paul Urban of Barron has spent the past 4 years researching and developing natural alternatives to materials known to have an adverse effect on the environment.
Robert has a piece that I've set out to see if I can find an environmentally preferable finish for.
The finish is very important. You could have a mediocre piece of furniture, but if you have a really terrific finish, it becomes a winning piece. I actually have a vintage Moroccan table. It's in a star shape. We're doing a room that's very clean, very youthful, some aqua and yellow and white. And I'd like to get that table to work into this space. So I was wondering what some options might be.
This was an old leg, and we overglazed it with the soy and then sprayed it with the clear.
This is great for a French finish, but I think the true nature of those Moroccan pieces is not as contrived as this.
Yeah, that's going too far afield.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Okay, what else do you have?
What we did with this piece was just a piece of molding, and again, we sprayed it with white, water-based polyurethane. We clear-coated it with the soy. And we did a soy overglaze.
Maybe we can do this without the overglaze.
And you feel pretty confident that you can achieve that look that is really what you're known for, your signature
look. I think we can work together and make this happen.
Eco-friendly stains and finishes are just one way to make green design choices. Q Collection's Jesse Johnson has combined sustainable and high-end design by offering some of the most luxurious, environmentally friendly textiles currently available.
This is a Belgian linen. It doesn't require pesticides to grow, so you don't have that concern. Down the line, it will biodegrade back into the earth.
It's avoiding the VOCs.
Yeah, there's no chemical finishes that have been added to soften it or anything.
The quality of the fabric is key. I mean, that has to come first. Yeah. The fact that it is green really works as a sideline, more or less. Right. I think this is the winner, and I think I'd actually like to use this for the pillows.
All right, good. So we have an option for the chair, we have an option for the pillows. Two choices that are both made from natural materials, rapidly renewable, and we've eliminated all of the harmful chemicals that would normally go into fabrics like these. Right. You surprised?
Slightly.
Slightly? All right. So you feel like the choices that I'm showing you, these alternatives, are going to measure up to your standard and ultimately to your clients?
They'll measure up to my standard, but let's see what happens with Debbie.
You excited?
A little nervous, but excited.
Why don't we start with the pillows? I'm so excited.
These look nice. My only concern is the coloration. It is much more subdued, and we're going for more of a punchy coloration. This looks terrific, actually. This is Exactly
Wow.
what we're going for. I'm excited to see what Debbie has to say. Deb, I want you to meet Josh Dorfman.
Hi, Josh.
How are you?
Good.
I've been working with Robert to see if we could find some eco-friendly alternatives for the room he's finishing for you guys.
Deb, this was the original chair and fabric that we had selected, and this is the chair that we replicated in eco-friendly fabrics.
I think this doesn't look as plush. Can I sit? Is this eco-friendly as well, or no?
The pillow is actually 100% linen. We were actually able to fill it with bamboo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
like
cool.
that.
So Deb, you know how we've incorporated some vintage Moroccan pieces throughout the house?
Sure.
What we did was we refinished another piece in environmentally friendly lacquer.
Love it.
Yeah?
I love it. I think that's great.
The fabrics were comparable in price.
Okay. That's good to know.
And the cost for painting the table as he did was absolutely comparable.
The myth out there's always that to go green is to be going more expensive.
The options that Robert showed you. The table, clearly a winner. The pillow works for you as well. The chair, not so much on this project.
I think we can definitely use the fabrics for some of the other spaces.
I
You know
do
what?
too. I think that would work well in a more formal environment.
I agree.
Okay, good.
Thanks
Bye,
for
honey.
coming.
See you later.
The way that this process went, it seems to me that if you can offer options to your clients that have environmental responsibility embedded in them, without the client necessarily knowing, and the client loves them, then great.
I think, you know, if we had this table done in a standard lacquered finish and we put them side by side, I don't really think there would be much of a difference. I can easily go out, you know, and fill the bill with pieces that are environmentally friendly without much effort, Josh.
Without much effort.
Without much effort.
Sounds like you might have some more work coming from her because she's gonna have to redo the whole house now.
Let's hope.
Although Debbie wasn't completely satisfied with all the choices, Robert discovered easy green alternatives that his clients can now judge solely on aesthetics, while he knows he's helping to reduce their environmental impact.
So I got one more for you. I've taken all your wants and desires, and I think I've found it. Now we're going a little bit outside the box. We're gonna go over to the west side.
Don't really like the west side.
I'm gonna
but
change your mind.
It depends, though. If
Well,
it's
you haven't even been to the west side yet. How do you know?
How close is this place to civilization?
Think
To be
we're
on
in
the river,
middle
that
of it.
sounds a
Look
little bit-
around.
We haven't even seen the place yet, and these two are already fighting.
Well, no, this place.
First of all, you just gotta wait till we get there.
The last 3 apartments we saw, there was furniture.
I'll
Here
try
it's
it.
like completely empty, so I can't really quite, visualize much.
I can't
You know,
either. It looks really
it's-
small, by the
Which
way.
is, wait a minute. Which is why I've enlisted a little bit of help. Hey, Robert?
How are you?
Hey, perfect timing. It wouldn't take a genius to know that these two are probably going to complain about the lack of furnishings. So I planted my go-to designer, Robert, outside the front door and told him if it sounds like I need help, come in and rescue me.
Hi, I'm Rob.
Hi, nice to meet you, Nick.
to meet you.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Brian had sent me some floor plans, and he's very descriptive about the two of you. So I brought some fabrics and some carpets and
Okay.
just some thoughts. What do you think your approach to this would be?
I'm drama, high drama.
I think this is a really great dramatic kitchen.
That's a black kitchen.
Perhaps, we could make the entire
That's
apartment feel
suspenseful.
like this. It's really sexy. I feel like it's timeless. I thought
Completely
perhaps we
different.
could do lacquered walls and maybe use something like this in the kitchen.
I would love that because I want to do something
Yeah, and so
different.
I picked lots of fabrics and carpets that have movement. And this would,
That is
appeal
amazing.
to your sexier side.
Oh, the leopard queen.
We could
that
even
I
use
am.
some, movement on the window treatments.
Oh my
This
God.
is something that
Love the
we could
applique.
use.
Love it. This is working.
I actually thought that.
This was a good plan? Good idea?
Oh my God.
So we actually thought that
is pretty.
this bedroom would be great for your daughter. I had done a floor plan where we had a day bed here.
Oh,
We do a
wow.
little built-in here with a desk.
As soon as Robert starts showing them potential for this place, something inside of this couple clicks.
We could do a built-in here or
Yeah.
some type of cabinetry for your
Okay.
shoe collection.
Big windows, this is what I wanted, big windows. Obviously, we have a big patio, I can't wait to see that.